So here we are on Saturday. We did our 7 days together, our 7 days of mindful mornings with Minnassa. I kind of liked it, but I won't be doing it every week. I'll also let you know that I've downloaded two video editing things, because I think this is so dull. It's just you reading and talking. You need to have special effects and blah, blah. But all of that takes time. And I'm just going to be honest. My schedule is in flux. And I'll say the intention is there. And hopefully you'll see some fancy stuff in the future. And if you don't, you don't, all right? So our last reading of the 7 days of number one readings, comes from 365 Days of Richer Living by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. 365 Days of Richer Living, Daily Inspirations. And here is the January 1 reading from this book. The title is, I am resolved to see the good in everyone and in every event. And it has three quotes or verses from sacred text. The first one is 2 Corinthians 6:14. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with dark? From the Raj Yoga philosophy. The question, is ignorance produced by anything? The answer, no, by nothing. Ignorance is without beginning. The origin of pain can be traced to ignorance, and it will not cease until ignorance is entirely dispelled, which will be only when the identity of self with Brahma, which is the universal spirit, is fully utilized. And then from the Talmud, which is a Jewish sacred text, Rabbi Ishmael answers, not God, but ye yourselves are the creators and the supporters of moral evils. Ooh, these are some hard-hitting verses. All right, let's go. Light can have no union with darkness. Evil has no affinity with good. If good is the great reality, while evil is the great negation or denial of reality, then it follows that we should see the good in everything and recognize the apparent evil merely as the theoretical opposite of good. There is not God and something else. The divine spirit inhabits eternity, overshadows everything, including human events, indwells our own soul, and is released through our own act. To see good as evil is to becloud our vision, to obstruct the pathway of our progress, and to cast a shadow across the sun of righteousness, which Swedenborg tells us is forever at an angle of 45 degrees in the heavens. The spiritual sun was the guiding star which led the Magi of old to the place where the little child lay. That is, to the place of the good in our soul, to the presence of God at the center of every man's being. The humility of the manger is the commonplace in every person's life. It is here, in the commonplace, that we must find the good, and find it here we shall discover that the larger issues of our experience are overshadowed by this same good, which we have discovered in the commonplace. And here is the quote or the affirmation for today. I am resolved to see the good in everyone and in every event. I shall call upon the good and shall refuse to accept anything other than good can come into my experience. In this way, I will be praying to the good through meditating upon it. And so this is a very challenging thing. Barbara Walters passed away, and the Pope Benedict, I don't know, former Pope, previous Pope Benedict passed away. The thing, mess still happening over in Ukraine. People, and so we can have the eye to say, oh, this evil stuff is happening, or to know that, it's like Mr. Rogers said, his mother said, look for the good, look for the helpers, look where there's light. And so as light workers, we're not denying the event, trying to be like, oh, it's okay. We're not trying to be lame in that way, but we have got to see the good and identify the good, because by seeing it, identifying it, and knowing it, we allow it to expand. So as you go through this year and doors close or a mess happens, see the good. Say thank you. I understand this mess, but I know that it is working together for my good. So at this time, I say thank you. And then do the things that keep ourselves away from the mess. Stay away from toxic people, toxic situations, harmful things, and speak our truth. Hold healthy boundaries. That's how we allow more and more good into our lives. The good is always here. honey child, it's all good. And so, I can even say like the end of last year, I had been trying to get out of my 9 to 5 position and doors were just shutting. I was like, what the heck? I know that this is my path forward, but instead I said, you know what? It's all good. It's going to happen at the right time. And then when I totally unexpected it, the doors opened that I needed. And then not only that, but the manager that I wanted to work with, I wanted to work with the woman who was there, but she was leaving. I got like super, super, super good manager. So I was like blessed. And so, yes, it's all good. And have the knowing that all things are working together for your and mine good. Live in the good, be the good, welcome the good. Have a beautiful day.